whether I'm right or whether I'm wrong, whether I find a place in this world or never belong, I gotta be me, I gotta be me. What else can I be but what I am? I want to live, not merely survive, and I won't give up this dream of life that keeps me alive. I gotta be me, I gotta be me. The dream that I see makes me what I am.
Hello everyone, welcome to Red Dwarf News. My name is Danny Cohen. Welcoming you to this very special interview with Danny John-Jules, where he talks all about his new theatre show, I've Gota Be Me.
Danny, sorry to have grabbed you away from rehearsals, but it's an ideal opportunity to have a quick chat.
Why not?
So, how are things going?
Well, you know, it is this trying to step into the shoes of an enigma, you know, Sammy Davis Jr. I mean, the reason I kind of always talked about him is because when I was on my first show, Dickie Henderson, who was like the British song and dance man at the time, you know, I was dancing in his show, and his musical director said that I should play Sammy Davis Jr. in a show called Golden Boy. I had no idea of that show, and then I researched it, and I've been sort of a fan of Sammy ever since.
And do you feel a lot of Sammy within you? I mean, the title of the show, I've Gota Be Me, does that resonate?
The title, I've Gota Be Me, it doesn't really belong solely to Sammy. The term I've got to be me goes for any artist anywhere, because most artists are either oppressed mentally or socially. Everyone sort of sees them as eccentrics, you know. Why would a guy from Notting Hill, you know, in the early 70s want to go and put tights on and go to dance class? You know, my mates were dancing to reggae. I was in there doing a waltz in ballet shoes. So, you know, but that's the term, innit? I've got to be me. I've got to do what I feel best for me. And as the lyric goes, I can't be right for someone else if I'm not right for me.
Now, don't take this the wrong way, but you're 58 years of age. Are you feeling the pressure whilst you're out there trying to get the numbers under your belt, the expectation that's out there? How are you feeling physically in yourself?
If I was honest about my true feelings, you'd have to be a fool to not be apprehensive to do anything that bore the name of Sammy Davis Jr. Because the name itself creates havoc, especially if you've got to try and even remotely tell a story. This is a guy that did 2.5-hour show, you know, and they still had to drag him off the stage. You know, he was Ken Dodd before Ken Dodd. So, you know, but as an artist, one always needs to be pushing oneself, because what else is there to do? If you've done everything, you know, you want to do the stuff that you haven't done, the stuff that scares you, and this scares the hell out of me.
What's your favourite number in the show? Which one are you most looking forward to performing?
Well, you can't say Sammy Davis Jr. without saying Mr. Bojangles. What I'm going to enjoy most about doing Mr. Bojangles is that the audience will have heard the story of the song, Mr. Bojangles. They will hear the story of the actual dancer, Bill Bojangles Robinson, and who they perceive to be Mr. Bojangles Sammy Davis Jr. Now there are 3 stories there, and every single one of them are different, yet they all bear the same name, Bojangles.
Now, this show is literally a one-man show. You're going to be out there. Are you hoping that the audience are going to feel inspired by the show, or are they going to come out sort of singing and dancing all the numbers? You know, what are they letting themselves in for?
Well, I think what I would like the audience to feel as they leave the theatre is that they too can do anything if they work as hard as Sammy did. If they faced as many hurdles as Sammy did. You know, if their life was as tragic as Sammy's was, but also as amazing as Sammy's was, you know.
So, would you describe Sammy as a hero of yours?
I don't think Sammy Davis is, you know, allotted to any person's, you know, heroism or his own, because the story of Sammy Davis Jr. should inspire every living person, because at some point in their life they're gonna have felt just like Sammy Davis Jr., the kid in the middle, the guy that was born too early, the guy that changed, you know, some world history. You know, he not only changed world history, he made world history. Because you can't say the best of anything that ever lived unless you've changed the world in some way. You've got to be an Einstein, you know, you've got to be a Hitchcock, you've got to be an Olivier, you've got to be a Sammy Davis Jr., you've got to be a Steve Jobs. You know, these are the people that, because of their dogged determination and refusal to die or to be put down, you know, and Sammy learned from the best of them, Frank Sinatra. He's going to do it his way. End of.
One of the best known songs by Sammy Davis Jr. is Candyman. It's completely different to anything else he does. It's a number everyone loves. Are you going to enjoy performing that one?
Well, you cannot do Sammy Davis Jr. without doing Candyman. And the story behind the song is totally in line with Sammy's life. A complete and utter contradiction, you know. And out of a miserable moment in his life comes his biggest hit. That's Sammy Davis's life. And, you know, to just tell that part of the story, again, it just is going to open the book a bit more about how Sammy was feeling at each of these moments in his life and what had gone on maybe just 24 hours before he actually, you know, performed that song, or the fact that how long he was in the studio when he actually made the record. You know, all these little things are funny, and his attitude while he was singing it, you know. So yeah, it's the little stories in between all the, you know, the stories that everybody knows or think they know about Sammy Davis Jr.
Your tour starts in September with some previews in Bognor. After that, you actually go on the road properly in October. How much of the country are you covering?
Well, we start previewing the show in Bognor Regis on the 12th and 13th of September. And then, you know, after those previews, we've got a month of, you know, adjustments to the show, and you know, the time that you really need to have done all your research and your adjustments, and to go out on the road properly October and November. You know, pretty much all four corners of the country.
So you're covering Scotland,
down south, Margate, Manchester, of course. You know, Manchester, I've spent a lot of great times in Manchester. You know, Red Dwarf is a Manchester show. I've worked at the Contact Theatre, the Urbis. I've, you know, enjoyed lots of great times in Manchester. And I hope that I can take some fun back, because Manchester's given me a lot of fun over the years.
and finally, if there's one message to everybody when they come and see the show, are they going to be up dancing and joining in, or is this one where you sit back and relax?
Mate, when you come to see this show, you know, my thing is to try and put you in the time when show business was a completely different animal to what we know it as now. I think far too many people have missed that side of, you know, the cafe society, you know, the nightclub performer. You know, you say nightclub performer now, it means something completely different to, you know, in those days. You know, a nightclub performer in those days, you know, was Marlene Dietrich, you know, Eartha Kitt, Lola Falana, you know. Do we have that kind of performer today? I don't know. I suppose we do, but they'll be frustrated because they've got nowhere to perform.
So
you know, if you want to get up and dance in the middle of a number, who cares? People used to be dancing on tables at the Copacabana, you know. There's photos of Sammy dancing on tables in restaurants and singing songs. I mean, it was anything goes, as long as it was in the name of entertainment.
Right, I guess we ought to leave you to get back to rehearsals.
I better get going. I've got 21 numbers to learn, and that's without the dialogue. Well, I've got to be me. See you there.
I gotta be me. What else can I be but what I am? I want to live, not merely survive. And I won't give up this dream of life that keeps me alive. I gotta be me.